All right, so we are going to do our first project. Your guys' project, just using just that code. You need to get familiar with formatting your data, changing it, making everything line up. So we are going to play around with making a gas receipt. So if you did like a Google search and you just typed gas receipt, gas station receipt, you see a lot of different formats. It's not really complex code to be able to print, and we could end up building on this a little later where we are actually tracking some variables and doing subtotals and stuff. So what we're doing is we're doing it in this format, but all of our edges we're going to be using the pipes and the underscore. Okay, so we do want to have a border that we're going to manually put on. We're going to have the name of our gas station. We're going to have an address. We're going to have a date. We're going to have the time. We're going to have an invoice number, an authorization, like they used a card, the pump, what type of gas they got, how much was it per gallon, how many gallons, and the fuel total, and then a thank you. Okay? So all of these components we're going to have to build in. So let's go ahead and make a list of the stuff that we need to do. All right, so we need to have a border around the receipt. Okay, so the way that you could do that is the key right above the enter key, it has that backslash. Well, if you hit shift and click it, you end up having a vertical line. So we could do this with, address 1 space. And now we got a little bit of a border, and we could keep doing that. You're going to do this in code. Okay, so we need to have a border around it, and then for underneath you can just use the shift and then the number that's right next to 0, that's the underscore. We can put that around it. You could do the corners by doing shift and then plus to help with the corners. I mean, it's not a perfect receipt. Okay, so we need to have a border around, need to have the gas station name, need to have the address, need to have the date, need to have the time, and those are on the same line. Same line as time. Same line as date. All right, let's see what else. Our invoice. Need to have invoice number. Need to have the authorization. It's like they're using a card. Need to have the pump, product, and price per gallon. So let's just do dollars per gallon on the same line. Okay, need to have the amount purchased and the fuel total on the same line. And then we finish off with a greeting. Need to have a thank you from the gas station. You guys can make up your gas station. All right, so now that we got that, let's go ahead and make this bigger. You guys can make up your gas station. I would like you to try to pull current prices, because I don't want you to deal in just perfect numbers. So money needs to look like money. So let's go ahead and we can kind of template out real quick. So I'm going to use the underscore. And then I start with the pipe. Oh, maybe we want to put a plus right there. Actually, what might be better than the underscore is a subtract key. Plus. All right, so then we have Red Beard gas station. Okay, and we want to keep everything lined up. So I'm going to end up putting spaces. I'm going to address 1, spaces inside the quotes, finish off with the pipe, address 2, more spaces, finish off with the pipe. So everything is in line. It looks good. Okay. Now we need to have our date, pipe, date, spaces, and time. Okay, it's not too difficult to build this on here, and you're using only a little bit of code to be able to do that. So we're on 21 August 2018, and let's just say it was 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. We finish off with the pipe to make sure it stays in line. Okay. Now I would say if you make sure that all of your system.out.print lines are lined up, this would make it a lot easier to make sure that everything's lined up. We do our invoice number, we put it there, and then we do our authorization number. So that would look like a MasterCard. So it looks like it's a MasterCard number. All right, now we got to have our pump, product, dollars per gallon, pump, let's say 1 unleaded, and it was, says $2.79, whatever you guys are picking out for it. That should actually probably be a $sign, which means that now I have to take that off. Okay. And then we need the amount of fuel. So amount fuel total. So we got 20 gallons. So 20 times 2.79 be 2790 times 2. $2.79 times 2. 55.80. So we got $sign 55.80. Space it out. And then we have to do our thank you. Okay, and then we finish it off. So we got a plus, minuses. Okay, So kind of looks like it. This is what you guys are going to do, but you're going to do in code. So these are all the pieces that you need to do. You're going to use only the system.out.print line, system.out.print. You can use the escape keys. Make sure you're spacing everything so it's in line. What I do not want to see is only one system.out.print line or something to that effect where you have one that's trying to build all of it, because that's going to be much harder for you, and it's not going to look like very good code. Okay. In the future, we're going to end up having this where we can have it automatically enter the addresses. We could have it do the current date and the current time. We could have it where it's polling and automatically calculating based off of the price per gas and the amount. We can have it calculating the total. So that's what we're going to be doing down the road for our gas receipt. Okay? All right. Have fun.